Veil of Deception. Elena Vos was conceived in betrayal and born in blood, a living testament to her father's unyielding grip on power. It was 1992, Prague in the chaotic aftermath of the Velvet Revolution, streets alive with protesters and opportunists, the air thick with cigarette smoke and whispered deals. Victor, still raw from Petrov's treachery 5 years prior, was on a rogue op, hunting his ex-lover Nadia, a fellow KGB asset who'd flipped to the CIA. Nadia, beautiful and deadly with her cascade of auburn hair and sharp intellect, had been Victor's one vulnerability, an affair of stolen nights in Berlin safehouses, where passion blurred mission lines. She'd begged for mercy in that rain-slicked alley, hand on her swelling belly, "It's yours, Victor. Our child." He shot her anyway, the bullet tearing through her chest in a spray of crimson. But as she gasped her last, something cracked in him, not regret, but calculation. He dragged her body to a black market surgeon, demanding the fetus be saved. Elena emerged premature from the carnage, incubated in a dingy clinic while Victor disposed of Nadia's remains in the Vltava River. "You'll be stronger than her," he murmured to the tiny infant, her emerald eyes, mirrors of Nadia's, staring back. Raised in Moscow's fortified compounds, Elena's childhood was no fairy tale, it was a boot camp disguised as luxury. Victor, paranoid after Petrov's stab in the back, molded her into his perfect heir and tool. By age 5, she learned languages, Russian, English, Italian, through immersion tapes and harsh tutors who struck her knuckles for errors. Words are weapons, Victor drilled. At 8, self-defense, Spetsnaz instructors teaching her to break holds, her small frame bruised but resilient. She idolized him at first, calling him Papa, in rare soft moments over chess games, where he'd let her win to build confidence, only to crush her later, teaching humility. But shadows loomed, whispers of her mother's accident. Petrov's files hidden in Victor's safe, detailing betrayals that echoed in Elena's nightmares. Puberty brought darker lessons. At 13, Victor introduced seduction training, hiring escorts to teach poise, allure, the art of reading men like open books. "Your body is a blade," he said, watching impassively as she practiced flirtations in mirrored rooms. Her first test, at 15, luring a minor rival dealer in a Moscow nightclub, her emerald gown hugging budding curves. The man, twice her age, leered as she whispered promises, slipping poison into his drink. He convulsed on the dance floor, foam bubbling, while Elena slipped away, heart pounding not from guilt but exhilaration. Victor praised her, "Good girl." But that night, alone, she touched herself to the memory, power and danger intertwining in forbidden heat. Betrayals shaped her deeper. At 17, Elena discovered Petrov's dossier while snooping. Photos of the ambush, Victor's scarred thigh from the bullet graze, confessions of the sellout. It humanized Victor, revealing his wounds, but also ignited doubt. If mentors betray, what of fathers? She confronted him in his study, voice trembling, "You killed Mama for less." Victor backhanded her, blood trickling from her lip. She was weak. "Don't be." Punishment followed, isolation in a remote dacha, where she honed survival skills. Hunting in Siberian woods, skinning deer with frozen hands, the metallic tang of blood a constant. There, she had her first lover, a young guard assigned to watch her. Their encounters were frantic, stolen in the snow, his rough hands pinning her against pine trees, her moans echoing as she rode him to release. But Victor found out, executing the guard in front of her, bullet to the head splattering brains on white drifts. "Attachments are chains," he snarled. Elena wept privately, the loss forging her facade, vulnerability buried under ice, desire weaponized. By her 20s, Elena was Victor's vanguard in the arms trade. She brokered deals in global hotspots, Dubai penthouses, where she'd seduce sheiks for contracts, her nails raking backs during negotiations that ended in signed papers and spent bodies. A blockbuster mission in Istanbul tested her, infiltrating a Turkish cartel stealing Voss shipments. Posing as a buyer, she embedded for weeks, nights of opium-laced parties turning to orgies, her body shared to gain trust. The climax, a raid she orchestrated, guns blazing in marble halls. Bullets shredded silk curtains, bodies crumpling as she gunned down the leader mid-thrust, his blood mixing with sweat on her skin. Vickor rewarded her with more power, but the thrill masked emptiness. Did she crave control, or connection? Elena's arc darkened with autonomy. Discovering Nadia's CIA files, smuggled from old contacts, she learned her mother had tried to flee for her sake, painting Vickor as monster. Paranoia bloomed. Was she tool or daughter? She began subtle rebellions. Siphoning funds, building secret alliances. Sex became escape, anonymous hookups in Paris hotels, where she'd dominate partners, binding them as she chased release, whispers of mine echoing her unfulfilled heart.